Oh yeah, we back, baby. We back for round 2 on this Sunday night. What day is today? Year of our Lord 2024, June 9th. All right. So, we might do a little Ace Combat 7 up in this bitch too. But, yeah, man, right now, what you see on the screen is what we gonna be playing a little bit of tonight. So come by, stop by, get bored, and fall your ass to sleep. Yeah. My name is Greg. Let me turn this here light out. Oh, what's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? Please consider becoming a member. We normally are playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we're not doing that. Today is Sunday. It's the year. It's the day of our Lord, so we playing other games besides Microsoft Simulator today. But, yeah, man, normally Monday through Saturday, usually at 8 o'clock East Coast time, East Coast America, we're playing. And, yeah, man, it's my first time in this place here, in No Man's Sky in quite a while. I just started playing it again recently, but I haven't played it since, like, last Sunday. So, see ya! But, yeah, man, please consider becoming a member and join the Aviation Nation. I guess that's what we're gonna call ourselves. We're gonna get some shirts. We're gonna get some shirts made up called the Aviation Nation. We'll get some slogans made up. But yeah, super chat, super thanks, subscribe, like, comment, member, all that. Hey, what's up, brother? What's happening? You gonna give us some missions? Wave me off? Man, fuck off, bitch. This is way different than I remember it being. Way different. It's cool looking in here. Yeah, I haven't been in one of these hubs in, God, a few years probably. This looks way different than it used to. Let's see if we can get a mission from somebody. If not, we'll go out and go explore the universe. Oh, you look like you're official. Hello, and you're waving hi. That's a good sign. Sorry, my character got stuck. My bad. All right, hey, there we go. Shenaz, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, all right, let's continue to explore until we can talk. Did I already talk to this guy? I don't think so. You're waving hi to me, so you might be okay. Technology. No mission from you, but what are you trying to sell me? Okay, alright, let's go out and explore. We need to learn their language a little bit more before we can, Space station. Alright, continue. Do they have a teleporter here? I wonder if I can teleport back to my base. Oh, that's cool. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go exploring. Wow, that ship is cool. That looks like Slave 1 a little bit from Star Wars. Alright, let's get in our base ship and get out of here. Actually, let me, let's see here. Log. Primary missions. Reach the decoded coordinates. Alright. Let's go. That's right. Rain from hell. What was the one thing we, What was the one thing we, The brothel room, that's right. Alright, so it looks like we gotta go there. Visit the base computer. Alright, let's go. That's right, the brothel room. Trying to remember the controls. It's been a few minutes since I played this game. That's right, I made a little base here. Alright, no energy. We gotta put fuel in here.
Technology recharge.
There we go. Alright, let's visit our base computer. What you got for us today, buddy? That's not spooky or anything. There's nothing wrong with that message. Reach the decoded coordinates. Alright. Very good. Well, let's, hey. How do I get into my scanner again? I already scanned him. Alright. Give me a second. Let me plug my battery in so I can start charging the other battery, because that takes a little while. Give me one moment. Ugh. There we go. Alright, now we're good. Let's get out of here. Not enough fuel. Wow, you bitch. You bitch. What do we need? Starship fuel. Fuck. Created from dihydrogen. Alright, let's go find what we need, I guess. There's some dihydrogen down there. Really, I just need one piece? Can I make more of it? No. Alright, well, let's make one more just in case. All right, very good. That's done. Let me check my laser, my multi-tool, see if about upgrading that. Not upgrading, but refilling it.
Technology recharge.
All right, do I still, how much carbon do I have left? All right, we're good. All right, let's get out of here. Where the hell's my ship? That hill, I think. There we go. Brothel room. Stay good, bitches. I'll be back. Man's got to go to work. Oh, yeah, that's right. Launch fuel.
Technology recharge.
Very good. Yeah, this game has come a long way. Yeah, I got this game when it first came out, and like the rest of the the rest of the world, when this game came out, I mean, I was thoroughly disappointed. I was like, this is absolute crap. And then especially when you beat the game, and it just resets you back. I remember watching people on YouTube spent hundreds of hours getting to the center of the universe, and then and then they get to it and they beat the game and they were so proud of themselves, and then they're right back to the beginning of the game. They're like, what the fuck? Yeah, this game has come a long way. Graphics have kind of stayed about the same, which is okay, but like the gameplay has gotten much better. Alright, where am I going here? Oh, did I not need to encoded signal, receive coordinates logged, reach the signal? Oh, okay, it's on the same planet. Alright. I thought we had to go to a different planet. Whoa, look at this space structure. There we go. Let's let this plant hide us. We're still on the rain from hell. Ooh, look at that ship. That's cool. Yeah, give me all your carbon, bitch. What's this? Alright, where's the signal at? Probably should have parked a little closer. Now, look how big this ship is. That's wild. Wonder what happened. Oop. Not you, plant. You look dangerous, too. Where's the signal we're supposed to go to? I guess it's over here. Yeah. I like the styling too, like the colors and the textures and the plants. Yeah, whoever, I don't know if it was that guy Sean that was like the main guy of this game, or if it was a team of artists or whatever, but like the plant, you fucker. The plant life, the colors, you know, the variety, like, yeah. Very well put together, that's for sure. What is this thing? This thing looks pretty wild. Call the starship. Oh, alright. There we go. I did not realize that's what that was. Alright, Wings of the Anomaly. Pilot's log, blink away, input. Alright, request log. Instead of displaying the ship's log, terminal spits out strange sequence of numbers. Probably the number 16. Take flight. Schematic for the hyperdrive. That's what I'm talking about. So we can go from one galaxy to another. Nice. Whoop, speed ahead, Mr. Sulu. Alright, begin hyperdrive installation. Acquire components. Purchase microprocessors. Refine. Alright, very good. Wonder if there's anything on this starship that we can get our hands on. Doesn't look like it. Oh, access to ship's inventory. Alright. Alright, ship's inventory. Let's go here. Let's install the hyperdrive.
Installed.
We need microprocessors and chromatic metal. Alright. Insufficient resources and alright, so we need microprocessor and chromatic metal. Let me put some shit on the ship here. Hang on a second. Let's put that on the ship. Make some room. Put this junk on the ship. Put impulse beams on the ship. Put this on the ship. Actually, what do these do again? I thought they did something if you ate them. Oh well, fuck it. More junk. More junk. Alright, that's enough for now. Alright, let's go ahead and make some chromatic metal. See what we need for that. Alright, exosuit. Alright, a processed metal alloy in the refinery from stellar metals, copper, cadmium, emerald, and indium. Alright, and then what else do we need? A microprocessor. Yep, alright, let's see what we gotta do for that. Let's go here. Let's craft the microprocessor. No, I do not see sorry about that, thud. I don't see a oh, okay, buy microprocessors. Wow. So we have to buy them. That sucks. Alright, well let's get the chromatic metal first, and then we will sell a bunch of shit somewhere. Sell at the Galactic Trade Network. Oh, that's right, terminals, space stations, and output. That's right, okay. That's right, I remember that now. Alright, let's look for metals. Cargo pod. Cargo pod. Buried technology, impulse beams. Buried cache. Magnetized ferrite. Buried technology. Paraffinium.
Units received.
Alright, let's see here. What we got here? Cargo pod. Knowledge stone. Buried cache. Well, shit. Looks like we're gonna have to go traveling and find this shit. Oh, there we go. Copper deposit. Let's hold that. Let's tag that. It'd be cool if you could actually, like, explore the ships. Or maybe you can, actually. Damage panel. Man, that ship is huge. Something up there, actually. I don't know if I'll be able to get up there or not. Oh, those are just lights. Right. What is that thing right there? Can I zoom in? No. Let's see what that thing is over there. Before we get our copper, that looks like it's something I could use for oxygen, it looks like. Is that a nickel plant? Yep. Use that for oxygen. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Alright, scanner's recharging. Where am I going again? Oh, that way. Alright. That was funny. Oh, maybe that's how he's supposed to move. Oh, the plant's... He's fighting the plant. You want some help, buddy? I've never seen two things fighting each other in this game before. You want me to help you? I'll help you, Mr. Crab. You're welcome. Ah! I'm offering you food. Don't you want it? Alright, fuck off then. I tried offering you food. You didn't want it. Pound sand, bitch. Gotta heal myself. That's the last time I'd try to do something nice for one of these bitches. I try to help him out, and what do I get in return? What do I get in return?
Technology recharge.
Alright, let's go mining. Alright, very good. Let's switch back to the mining laser. Let's go ahead and put our portable refiner down. Missing component. Oh, missing metal plating, you fucker. That's why I had metal plating in my inventory, is from that thing. Alright. What do I need for metal plating? Barite dust. Wonderful. Alright. There's got to be plenty of that around here. Barite dust. Alright, do I have enough now to make some metal plating? Almost. Alright, very good. Now let's go ahead and build the refiner. Let's make our metal plating first. Let's make our portable refiner. Alright, let's activate this thing. Put some fuel in it.
Technology recharge.
Let's put some copper in this thing. And let's go ahead and we'll just make as much as we can. Yeah, this game definitely has come a long way. This game's actually fun to play now, even after all these years. All right, let's see. Do I have enough now? Where's the starship at? More beans. Alright, let's try this now. Oh, we need more. Alright, let's go make more. Yeah, I am never helping out another animal in this game for the rest of the time I play this game, man. I thought I was doing the right thing by helping that thing out, and then it tries to kill me. I tried to make a peace offering by offering it food, and it still attacks me. Never mind. What's this over here? What you is? Big old stick. What you got over here, stick? Big old stick. Oh, waypoint. Very good, waypoint. Nice to meet you. Minor settlement detected. Very good. Wasn't there some junk over here somewhere? Let's see what's in here. Ah, I need a pass. Wonderful. I don't think that's something I can make. I don't think I have a blueprint for that yet. Nope. Alright, well, let's go finish getting our copper. And we'll finish making what we need to make. We need 125. Give me all your copper, bitch. Alright. Let's go ahead and put that back on there. Let's put this down there. Let's go ahead and activate you again. Put more fuel in you.
Technology recharge.
Let's go ahead and put some more copper in here. And let's only process like 75, I think. Alright, that works. Man, I do not feel like working tomorrow. I already know I don't feel like working tomorrow. I'm gonna do it, because it's the right thing to do, and try to be a good role model for the little people in my house, but man, I can already tell I don't feel like working. I like my job, though. I do like what I do. I just, to be honest, I'd rather sleep and play video games tomorrow. Like, you know. Alright, exosuit. Alright, very good. Let's go ahead and pack you up. I like how all my technology just breaks down into little stones. Works for me. I guess we'll get more impulse beams because they're worth something. Alright, let's fill you up now. Alright, that's done. Now we got to get microprocessors, so... Alright, let's take off. Maybe there's a terminal somewhere around the, around here somewhere. Oh, space station terminal. Alright, well, let's go then. I think it's so cool with the rings of the other planets, like... That would be really cool, like, on Earth, if we could see planets, like, that clearly. Be kind of freaky, too, but... That would be kind of cool if we could see planets like that. Alright, let's, put that in. Very good. That's the best carrier landing I've had all week. Oh yeah, there's the terminals. I was looking for those when we were in here a little bit ago. Very good. I didn't even think about looking underneath. Oh, that must be a weapons upgrade up there. I'm sorry, for the mining laser. There's ship upgrades, vehicle upgrades, maybe missions around the galaxy. Okay. I like how they have the signs now. I don't remember that. Last time I played this game, they didn't have like everything labeled out like this. This is much better than how they had it before. Alright, hello computer. Alright, sell. Okay.
Units received.
This is all the sellable items I have?
Units received.
Starship. Alright. Decaying amplifier, resonant goop.
Units received.
Whoa, impulse beams. Look, wow, they are worth a lot.
Units received.
Alright, living slime,
Units
fluid,
received.
decaying amplifier,
Units received. Units received.
maybe traded to a cartographer. Alright, and let's go back to the exosuit. Alright, so that's kind of... Alright, so we need to go and explore more. Alright, let's go explore a little bit more, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll switch games here momentarily, but... Hello, my friend. Do you have a mission for us? Do you have something we can do so we can make some money? Ooh, exchange charts.
Product received. Product received.
Okay. Oh, I didn't want to buy them. Maybe I did want to buy them, actually. Okay. Did I just do something good, actually? Planetary chart contains access in your inventory. Plot a route with... Okay. Plot route. Alien monolith detected. Alright, let's go check it out. There's probably some good shit to grab near a monolith. Where's my ship at? Did somebody steal my ship? Oh, there it is. I was like, damn, I got ship jacked. Somebody stole my ship. That's a cool ship too. Everybody's got cooler ships than me. Every alien's got cooler ships than I do. Undiscovered planet. You can tell me what kind of planet it is, or what's up? There we go. Copper, rusted metal, and salt. Sagranza Omega. Well, we're gonna change that name so we can make some money. Alright, let's go check out this monolith. Hey man, you know why they calling you. They want that gyro meat. They want that yard of meat. They want that Sunday night special. Yep. Low atmosphere detected. All right. Whoa. You can fly real high in this one. Wow. What? That can't be real. I learned a word for Atlas. Very good. Korvax casing can be offered to the Korvax to improve. Okay. Well, I guess that's worth it then. I thought there used to be something here you can do with these stones, if I remember right. I thought there was... Here we go. Accept the knowledge. I've learned a word for Korvax. Very good. What will you teach me, Mr. Stone? I've learned a word for Traveler. Very good. So now I'll know when they're talking about me. Call me the Interloper. The Interloper Traveler. Entity? Alright, is there any more stones to learn from? I think that's it. I thought there was 4, but maybe not. Alright, what can we name this planet? Well, let's run around a little bit. Paintafuma. Alright, what is that thing up there? Marrow bolt. Okay. Okay, so I think scanning things makes me money too. Let's see here. Anything new I can scan? Not right around here, but... Okay. Alright. Let's continue to run around a little bit. Whoa, look at the sky, man. That is cool. Wonder if that's... Oh, no, that's a place we can go to, actually. I thought that was out in outer space. Alright, so we have 56, 538. Let's see what happens now. Okay, yeah, we do get a little bit of money. Alright. Whispering egg? What the fuck is a whispering egg? Let's name this planet, let's, log discoveries. Let's call this, Moop. Schmoopsy. Prime. Alright, we got Schmoopsy Prime. Scan that.
Received.
Scan this.
Units received.
Scan the world. This planet's... I like this planet. This planet's alright with me. Not unless there's some wicked, like, storm that's getting ready to hit that, you know, will wipe us out. Ooh, unidentified something.
Units received.
Alright, let's play for a few more minutes and then we'll call it a night with this game and move on to something else. I want to check out what is this thing? Whispering egg. It looks like an egg from Aliens, actually. Can we shoot it? Whoa! Man, fuck you. Alright, whispering eggs are not good. Alright, if you see a whispering egg, do not touch it. Don't touch whispering eggs. Jesus. That was scary.
Technology recharge.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, let's not do that again. Alright, let's, I think we'll end here, I guess, and, seems like good a place as any. So let's go ahead and save it. Where do I save it from? Oh, it just saved, I think. Let me see. 2143. Yeah, it just saved. Okay. Alright, let's do a little train simulator, and then maybe we'll do a little Dark Souls 2. We got Ace Combat 7. Alright, let's do... What do they have us doing out in California? Let's see here. In and out. Whoa, 200... Wow, 2 hours. Good lord. Not tonight. What do they got us doing out here? Drive the passenger service from Ingelheim to Mainz. Right, that's not bad. Let's see, Peterborough. Zooming around. That's 50 minutes. LGV. Let's see what this is. It's 40 minutes. Vectron. 49. It's 47. What's this one here? Mr. Worldwide. Empty, and then, alright, so it looks like it's gonna be long either way. I tell you what, let's do the Sand Patch one here. You know what, let's check the Harlem line. We haven't done one of those in a while. Train 618. Now we'll do the CSX here. I think, let me check Boston real quick. See if Boston's got anything we can do. Alright, well that's 25 minutes. Maintenance work has meant the main lines in the Boston have been closed. Join the queue. Alright, and then what's this one here? 36, Amtrak Northeast Regional. Boston to Providence. CTC 3 cab car. Marching in. Operate. Alright, we're just gonna do this one, because I tried this one the other day and I wound up failing it. Not this one here. Let's see what... Alright, Cold and Newbrook. Yep, alright, let's do this one here. This one's 2 hours, but it's really difficult. We'll do a little bit of it. I actually was doing really well with this one the other night, and I wound up falling asleep. And I woke up like a half an hour later, and we were going like 100 miles an hour, and then we derailed. So like, and then when I was exiting it, I wound up saving it by accident as I was exiting it.
A unit coal train came out of Shaw.
So I screwed myself.
Traction problem. They want the additional motors we brought up to Sand Patch to help them get the train to Cumberland, where the locomotives can be swapped out.
Yeah, I like this Sand Patch
Reporting
one.
is X570. We'll take the locomotives over to Salisbury Junction and couple up to B251. Let's climb aboard and get going.
So we got to bring trains. We got to bring these two trains to the main line and hook them up. All right, let's put the reverser in. Move it backwards. Put our lights on.
This is X570, requesting a track warrant from Sand Patch to Salisbury Junction. Over.
X570, subject to signal indications. Proceed from Sand Patch to Salisbury Junction. Over.
X570, subject to signal indications, proceeding from Sand Patch to Salisbury. Out.
Alright, let's put on the generator. Let's put on our front lights. Let's change this to lead or dead. Let's change the cutout valve to freight. And let's move this brake handle to release. And give it a little bit of throttle. Let's ring our horn twice. Turn the bell off. Let's turn on our braking comms. Yeah, so we got to take these two trains all the way down and hook it up to, like, I think it's like 50 some cars. I think it's close to, like, it's close to 3/4 of a mile, I think. and they're real heavy, and most of this trip is going to be straight uphill, and then we kind of get to the top of the mountain, and then the rest of it is downhill. The downhill part's not hard if you do the braking correct, which there's a method to it, and if you do it the way I'm going to do it, you'll have no issues at all. But it's a mixture of the dynamic brakes and the air brakes. Mainly leaving the dynamic brakes on the whole time, and only putting the auto brakes on a little bit here and there. So we got about a little less than a half a mile left. We also need to make sure that each train is set up properly, so we're gonna have to run to the back of the train once we get hooked up. We're gonna have to run to the back of the train and make sure the two engines there are set up properly as well, because if they're not, it may wind up putting the brakes on, you know, while we're going, and that's not good. Then we're not gonna be able to get uphill. Yeah, it is a strange looking plane, Cowboy, that's right. Yeah, no, Sunday nights I don't typically do the flight simulator. We did review the new trailer, which looks amazing. It doesn't even look like the same game. It looks so good. Now I don't know how it's going to look on the Xbox, but I mean, at least PC with ultra settings, which is probably how that was captured the footage, it looked incredible. No, Sunday nights I usually play other games that I have on my Xbox. Train Simulator, Dark Souls, you know, Car Mechanic Simulator, No Man's Sky. But right now we're taking these CSX trains. We got to hook them up to a line of coal cars, and then we got to make our way back to Cumberland. I was almost done this mission the other night, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, we were doing 100 miles an hour. I went to back out of it and pick it up from the last part that I saved, but I wound up saving the game by accident as I was exiting and completely screwed myself, so... Yeah, they're supposed to come out... I like the train simulators a lot, too. They're supposed to come out with, like, an expert version of this a little bit later this year. I was looking on their timeline of what's going to happen this year. And they're supposed to have, on certain trains, they're supposed to have an expert mode for certain trains, where it's like a complete cold start. You got to start the engines. You got to do like everything. Because most of these trains that you get into in this simulator, I don't know if you use this one or not, or if you do the other train simulator, but most of the time with this one, like, the train's are already on. All you have to do is just put the reverser in and set up the brakes, and that's it. So I actually want to turn the engines on. Oh yeah, no, this looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, this train simulator did a real good job with every train. The high-speed trains over in Europe, the Amtrak trains in, you know, the northeast part of the country out in California. This is a DLC I bought a while ago. This is from Cumberland, Maryland to Pennsylvania. Alright, let's use the direct brakes since we only have 2 cars. The direct brakes are the brakes that from the actual locomotives here. Alright, and we gotta go forward now, it looks like. Yep. Are we okay to go? No, we got... Let me see. Let's talk to this guy here. Proceed as indicated. Alright, very good. No, I grew up in... I live in Maryland, and I grew up in Maryland as... Oh, I gotta turn the brakes off. I saw CSX... I still see CSX trains all the time, but I saw a lot more of these when I was growing up. There was a lot more trains in the part of Maryland that I grew up in. So when I saw this DLC a couple years ago, I jumped all over it because I was like, oh, I get to drive CSX trains. But yeah, this particular DLC, like everything. I mean, the trains look fantastic on this particular. I mean, they look good in a lot of the. A lot of the trains look really good in this game, but these particular CSX ones, I think they did a really good job with these. All right, we'll leave our the braking on our direct brake since it's only the 2 vehicles. We got 5 miles to go, but let's at least open up this part here, the coupler. That way we can hook up to the vehicle, to the cars that we need to, and then we gotta make sure all the trains, all the brakes are set up right, the radios are on, because I didn't do that the first time and I could not make it up the hill. Yeah, if you haven't checked out that new Flight Simulator trailer, man, you get on. Well, you can either watch it under the live section of my channel, or just go to Xbox on YouTube, or Google it. You know, but it's right on the Xbox's channel on YouTube as well. But man, that new Flight Simulator trailer is amazing. The people look so good. The weather effects, the reflections off the airplanes, the sounds, all the new missions you can do now. You know, agricultural missions, rescue missions, firefighting missions, private jet missions where you gotta, like, you know, you have clients you gotta, you know, fly around. It looked like a lot more helicopter use in this game too, like a handful, like it looked like 2 or 3 of the categories for the missions. It looked like they're like more helicopter based. All right, we got about 5 miles to go. And we got to get up over here and hook up with those trains. And then once we hook up with those trains, we got to go from here all the way down to here. So, and most of this is uphill. This is all uphill until there's a tunnel somewhere around here. Those are cars. Well, whatever. There's halfway, like, oh, here's the tunnel right here. So once halfway through this tunnel, it starts heading like straight downhill. So we got to go uphill like most of the way. And then this is all downhill until we get to about here. Then it starts kind of leveling out for the rest of the trip. Oops. We're losing points. Can't afford to lose points. We got to get gold or platinum on everything. Not that the points really matter on this game. I still have no idea what the points do for you. Like, it doesn't give you any new skins for the trains. It doesn't get you any different missions or any different crew members. Like, it just gives you more experience, which I don't know. I've never found out what you can actually use it for. But yeah, when I saw this DLC, being that I live in Maryland and I grew up seeing these trains, and you know, going from Cumberland, Maryland, which is very, very mountainous, it's in the Appalachians, I was like, yeah, I'm all over this thing. Some of the missions you have to get on that train carousel where you put the, you know, you put the engine in the middle of it, and then you spin the track to where, you know, to which other track you want to go to, and then you can release the train. Some of them you gotta actually fill it with fuel. The last mission, we actually had like 50. It might actually be these coal cars. Actually, it might be the ones we're getting ready to connect to. We had to fill up each coal car with you know, to 100%. There was like 52 coal cars we had to fill up. That was fun. But yep, we'll get this connected. We'll follow whatever prompts it tells us to do, and then we got to make sure each train that we're going into, except for the lead train, that the handle is off. We got to make sure the comms are on. We're gonna want to make sure the radio fuse is on. Right here. Wherever the fuse is, up here somewhere, right there. We want to make sure this is on 6 or 26. And then this is on cutout. But yeah, I almost had this mission done the other night, then I fell asleep. Fell asleep, and we were already going downhill. And I woke up, we were going 100 miles an hour. We were maxed out. The whole speedometer was completely in red. So I was like, well, let me exit. And I'll just start from the last point that I saved. Well, I wound up saving the game as I was exiting it. So I completely, like, screwed myself. And I was mostly done this, because this is a 2 hour, almost a 2 hour long mission that we're doing. But yeah, the brakes on, there's 3 sets of brakes on this train. So you have these automatic brakes. This puts brakes on the whole length of the train equally. The independent brake just mainly focuses brakes on the engine cars, you know, on the engine that we're in. So it's okay to use these brakes when it's just like these 2 cars here. That's fine. And then we have the dynamic brake, which is kind of like, I kind of equate it to reverse thrust on an airplane. So this is the main brake we're going to use when we go downhill halfway through the mission. We're going to mainly use these brakes and then put these on very minimally, because a lot of the brake pressure in the line is being used from this. So we don't have as much brake pressure with this thing, but if you start off slow enough going downhill, between the dynamic brake and the auto brake, you can really control. You really can control like how your actual pace going downhill, so you don't lose points. This is all about how many points you can get, so you can get that gold medal. We're getting ready to overspeed. Not every CSX train has this deal here, but I like this thing here. Not so much for the speedometer part, but the actual, like, this is kind of like a VS gauge on an airplane, like vertical feet per minute. This shows us like if we're, how many feet per minute we're increasing based on the angle that we're going, you know, the slope. So right now we're going to be going 9.3 feet per minute, you know, faster. And then when you put your brakes on, or you're going uphill, sometimes you have a negative number. Negative number is bad when you're going uphill. Yep, we are almost there. How much fuel do we got? I don't know if that's going to be enough. I guess it is going to be enough, since we don't need to refuel this thing anytime on this particular mission. All right, just under 3 miles to go till we connect with the. I think the train we're connecting to, I think that's close to like almost 3/4 of a mile long. I think. But yeah, this slope that we're going down now, we're getting ready to go up. So this car here is going to be the lead vehicle, the lead engine. So when we connect, after we do the prompts that it asks us to do, we're going to make sure this is set up properly, and then we're going to run to the back of the train. There's 2 engines on the back of the train already. We're going to run to the back and make sure they're set up correctly, because I don't believe they are, and that stopped me the first time I tried this from being able to make it uphill. And if you start slowing down when you go uphill, you're screwed. Like, with the weight of this train, it's like impossible to get going again. The casters start slipping, you know, and you could try going backwards to like the bottom of the hill, But you're not going to, with this particular scenario, the game does not allow you to go all the way back down the hill. You have a red light down towards the bottom, and when you cross it, it fails the mission. So you got to make sure you're good. You make sure you have enough speed going into the beginning of the incline. And don't let up on the throttle, and you got to make sure the brakes are good. Hey, what's up, brother? How you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. Oh, wakey wakey. Now, is it Sunday night where you're at, dude, or you or is it like Monday morning already? And did you see the new Microsoft Flight Simulator trailer that came out today? Thing looks amazing. I just did a breakdown of it right before I started doing this. So you can either go on Xbox, you can go on Xbox's web channel on YouTube, or you can just you can go back on my page under the live section, and it should be there. Monday morning, yeah. Yeah, the new Microsoft Flight Simulator trailer just came out today. Xbox had their some sort of like an E3 kind of conference they had today. You know, like all the new games that are coming out like in the next year and a half, and a lot of the games looked phenomenal. But Microsoft Flight Simulator, it does not look anything like it does right now. It looks so good. Oh yeah, do your thing, dude. Yeah, check it out. Alright, we are a little more than a mile out from connecting to the rest of the train. And like I said, after we get connected and we finish what we have to do in this train, we're going to run to the back of the train and make sure that's set up properly. Because if it's not, you're not going to be able to complete this mission. Just the brakes in the back of the train are not going to work right. And they're not going to release how they should, and it's going to be really difficult to get uphill. Alright, we got about a mile left. We already uncoupled the bar in the front here, so we can just go right into the vehicles. We don't have to worry about messing with any of the other bars. And one nice thing about these CSX missions, I don't recall any time limits being on these. You know, a lot of the other missions, especially when you're doing like commuter services with subway cars and stuff like that, usually there's a time limit. Which is, I mean, I like the pressure of having a time limit. It's not a problem. But with this scenario, with the amount of weight that we're getting ready to transport, it's good that there's no time limit. So you can take your time and make sure you're safe, because this train will derail if you're going too fast with too much weight on you. Alright, we're starting to come to the bottom of the hill, it looks like. Our slope is now 0.3. And our feet per minute is now kind of almost zeroed out. Yep. There we go. We can just coast the rest of the way. A couple 100 feet out, we'll put the independent brakes on. And we'll try to couple up around 3 miles an hour. 2 or 3 miles an hour is a good speed to couple up to the other vehicles. Alright, let's start slowing down. Hey, that's right. We have to wait so they can change the track. That's right. Yeah, it's right up here. Right there. That's where we're going. So you can hold the B button in on the Xbox controller, or we can just call the signaler. Alright, proceed at restricted speed. Let's blow the horn a couple of times. Let's release our brakes. And let's go ahead. Let's turn the bell off. So we're going to be changing tracks right here. Going into that middle track and then connecting to that huge ass line of cars there. They don't define what restricted speed is, so I just kind of just coast on down. It looks like they changed the track for us, which is good. We don't have to do it now. We'll couple up. We'll get this train set, and then we'll go to the back and set up that train. Well, the two engines in the back we'll set up properly. Then we'll get in the front vehicle and set that up, and then we'll take off. Yeah, if you hit the train too hard, you'll wind up bouncing off of it. Sometimes you'll derail. Most of the time you'll just bounce off of it, and you just have to go back in at a little bit of a lower speed. Looks like he's got a lot of oil containers there. Yeah, what'd you think of the trailer, man? It's awesome, isn't it? To me, at least, it doesn't look almost. It looks a little bit like it does now, but it looks almost like they changed so many things on it. The lighting, the sounds, the reflections, the way the people look. You know, people walking down the jetways. Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right. Alright, let's close the windows. Let's put the reverser in neutral. Let's set this to handle off. Put this on cutout. This on trail 6 or 26. Switch off the lights. Switch off the engine, generator, and fuel pump. And now it says, all right, let's put our lighting control right here. And it says turn the radio off, but we're going to turn it back on here in a minute. All right, change cast. All right, let's put the radio back on. Let's make sure this is on, the banking comm. Alright, so this train's now set up. Let's put this back on handle off. See, it changes. It should be on handle off. So, alright, this is still cut out, and that is still... Alright, very good. Alright, let's go to the back of the train and set up those cars, and then we'll get up in the front. It's going to take a minute to get back there since there's like 50-some vehicles. But yeah, I mean, like the level of detail on these cars too. I mean, like it's crazy how good these cars look. Like they look so good. So I think this is the train of coal that we did. Well, I did. We didn't do it, but you know what I mean. A couple of missions ago when we had to fill all these up. Let's make our way to the back. Like I said, I think there's like 50 some cars. This is I mean, I'll type it in. So it's Train Sim World 4, but this, let's see, I'm playing the Sand Patch DLC from TSW2. So I'm playing Train Sim World 4, but what I'm playing is actually from Train Sim World 2. So with Train Sim World, any of the DLCs from any of the other years, you can play on this one. You just have to re-download it. So this particular one came out on TSW2. But they have all kinds of trains on here. They have like bullet trains, like subway cars, freight vehicles, steam engines. They have situations like this where you're, doing like, towing these kind of vehicles. They have a lot of commuter trains. A lot of it takes place. A lot of the maps are in Europe, or in usually around London, Germany, Austria, France, California, Boston, New York. All right. We're getting closer. Getting closer. There we go. All right. Let's set up the one in the back first. Like I said, I don't believe these are set up properly, so this is really important to do. All right, let's make sure the radio fuse is on. Let's turn that on. Let's go ahead and make sure the handle is off, right? Cut out. See? Trail 6 or 26 is what it should be on. And let's make sure the banking comm is on. Very good. So that's done. Now let's go to the next train. All right, yeah, do your thing, man. Monday morning for you. I'm sure you're busy. Thanks for coming by to say hi, man. I hope you have a good Monday. I will be doing the same thing in about 12 hours. Well, less than 12 hours now. All right. Again, let's make sure the radio comm is on so the banking comms can talk to each other. So the banking comm button here, what this does is this allows the braking systems to talk to each other to make sure they're putting the same kind of pressure, like to make sure it's equal pressure all over the train. All right, handle off is good. Cut out and 6 or 26, very good. Banking comm on. Oh, that was the last car back there. We should probably make sure that that's actually on lead or dead. Lead or dead. So yeah, let's change that. And then we'll go back up front. I just thought about that. And then we'll go run up front. All right. Let's change that real quick. There we go. Letter dead. Make sure this is on. Let's just sit in the seat, make sure it's all good again. All right, handle off, cut out, and now they're on again. They went off because we altered the brake system. Anytime you alter the braking system or add or delete vehicles from the train, it's gonna go back to off. All right, now let's run up front, jump in the train, and let's get going. Yeah, have a good Monday, dude. I always have fun playing this game, man. I love me some Train Simulator. Almost as much as I like the Flight Simulator. Almost. So there's no way to run in this game. It's all one speed. Oh, well, that's going to be great that it's from Inabuilds, man. They make some good stuff. The new A320neo they put together is phenomenal, so if they're the ones responsible for that A330, that's going to be awesome. Yep, yeah, that is, you're right. That's the same EFB that's in the new version 2 Neo. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited for November 19th, man. I can't wait. It's going to be a long few months, man. It's going to be a long few months waiting. That's for sure. But I'd rather wait for it and have it come out correctly than have it launch early and have a bunch of problems at launch. I'd rather wait a little bit longer and have it come out properly. That way, day one, we can use it and not have any bugs or issues or crashes. All right. See you, my friend. Have a good Monday. All right, we are almost at the front. I think. Yep, I can hear the trains a little bit. The engines. All right, let's jump in the front train. Get that thing set up, and then we'll get on out of here. Now, when I beep the horn, we don't have to do that, but I like doing it because it's a little more realistic. Oh, good. Nobody looking at me. Sometimes they put a second person in the chair here, and they just... the way they stare at you is really creepy sometimes. Alright, let's switch the headlight controls like they say. So that goes right here. Let's switch these switches on here. Let's put some lights on. Let's put the ditch lights on. Let's put our gauge lights on. Hang on, let's make sure that the radio's on. Alright, radio is on, that's good. And actually, before we do that, let's put our numbers up front on. There we go. Alright, let's put this on lead or dead. Banking comm switch on. Let's move this to freight. Let's apply at least 30% like they say. Let's move this to release. Repressurize the brakes. It's going to take a minute to get the brake pressure over 79. But once it gets over 79, then we'll be clear to leave. There is a quick way to repressurize them. If you take this independent brake and move it all the way to the back where it says bail off. But we can't do that right now, otherwise we'll start going backwards because of the amount of cars we have. We have... Oops, wrong button. Yeah, we have 54 cars, so we have 50 coal cars and 4 engines. We're at 7,800 tons. And we have almost 3,000 feet of train, so over a half a mile of train. That's a lot of weight. Come on, Bessie. Get down.
This is B251, requesting a track warrant from Salisbury Junction to Cumberland. Over.
B251.
I think we'll get up to the top of the hill or close to it, and then I'm gonna turn this off, and then I think I'll be done for the night.
Junction to Sandpatch. Over.
B251, subject to signal indications proceeding from Salisbury Junction as far as Sandpatch. Out.
All right, let's put the throttle up to 4, and then release the brakes. Sound the horn. Let's move our brakes now to, we can see it moving on the bottom right, the brakes. Dynamic, independent, auto. Let's add a little bit of sand. Help these casters that are slipping a little bit. Alright, we are rolling. I've never had those kind of cars before. I'm not sure if that's used for like livestock or what those are used for. They're cool looking, just never had them before. Alright, we can go up another notch. We really just don't want that green bar going into the red. But if we increase the throttle too quickly, our casters will start slipping. Where the miles per hour are, where it says 11 right now, there'd be like squiggly red lines on both sides. That's how you know they're slipping. There's also an identifier in this. There's a wheel slip indicator right there. That'll show up if we start slipping. But yeah, you know, your mind most of the time tells you to not go too fast because you have like 7,800 tons of weight and like a half a mile long train. But I'm telling you, you need to have all the speeds you can get going up this hill, because you do not want to start slowing down on the way up this hill. If you start slowing down, you're almost guaranteed to not make it. And even if you get to the top of the hill and you start cresting it, that's just your part of the train. You still have a whole half a mile behind you that's trying to make its way uphill. Alright, 8 is the maximum. We can see it here. I would play without the HUD the way it's up right now, but nowhere in any of the vehicles that you're the engineer of, none of them have the slope, you know, as an indicator, so you have no idea if you're going uphill or downhill, unless you know, notice the train is slowing down or notice the train is speeding up. But other than that, there's no slope indicator, and there's no indicator telling you what the next speed is, you know, what the next speed limit is. And when you are trying to get as many points as you can to get gold or platinum, you need to know both of those bits of info. Other than that, I would go with the train off, you know, the HUD off, you know, because we got the speed indicator here, you know, we know what the brakes are when we put them on, you know, the dynamic brake, it says off right now right here, but you know, when you have them on, it tells you that they're on, and what power number, you know, 1 through 8, well, setup through 8. As dynamic brakes, you got to put them into setup mode for like a minute to let everything pressurize. Got to make sure the throttle is off, and then put this in setup for about a minute, half a minute to a minute, and then you can apply the dynamic brakes. They're really good from like 30 miles an hour to like 10 miles an hour. Other than that, you know, if it's less than 10 miles an hour, you may be okay using the independent brake. If it's over over that amount, you really need to use the auto brakes because they'll put the braking system on for the whole train. All right, we're close to overspeeding, but we're not going to do it because we're getting ready. We're going uphill now, and here we go. Let me save it, and I'm not going to save it again until we start going downhill. Just in case. Even if we start overspeeding here a little bit, I'm not worried about it. Because pretty soon we're not going to be overspeeding. Because of how uphill we are. Just back of the train. Snaking its way around. Yeah, how long this train is. That's crazy. See, we already lost a mile an hour. We're not going to keep this speed up the whole time. We'll probably slow down to about 15 miles an hour. Realistically, probably 15, maybe 20. But I'm thinking it's going to be closer to 15 miles an hour if we actually do make it uphill. In my opinion, going uphill is the most difficult part about this scenario. Going downhill and controlling your speed is pretty easy if you do it correctly. Which, of course, I can show you how to do it. I learned it from another YouTuber. I forget his name, but he's like a train engineer or mechanic. I think out in Australia. He does a really good tutorial on a lot of the systems of these particular trains. So we have 4 miles until the peak, until the the top of the mountain that we're going up. I'm hoping that leaving this one on letter dead is not going to kill us. That's why initially I didn't put it on that, or leader dead as it's called. I just say letter dead because it's flows off the tongue much easier. But yeah, if you stop at this kind of incline with this kind of weight, it's almost impossible, I think, to get this train rolling again. It might even be almost impossible to hold it on the hill. Like, you might have a good chance of actually rolling back even with the brakes on. Some people want to put this in a lower gear now to try to create more ampage, but I'm not doing that. I'm leaving it on 8. We're going to leave this throttle max the whole time. Alright, we're at 19. Maybe we'll stay there. Oh no, they gave me somebody. Yeah, every once in a while he just stares at you. It's like he's looking right through you. Look at that. Look at that combat stare. That dude's got a big ass neck too. Look at the size of that thing. Golly. Is he ready though? He got his gloves on. Got his gloves on. He got a little lanyard with his picture. Look at all that neck. Look at all of that neck. Good Lord. I tell you, he don't, like, when it gets cold outside, he's not using a scarf. He just wraps a blanket around his neck. Golly. Alright, just over 3 miles to go. So yeah, so we have Sand Patch, Viaduct, Cumberland Terminal, and Emmets Creek. So the Sand Patch is right here. That's right before this tunnel. And then the Viaduct, I want to say, is somewhere like around like here. Cumberland is right here, and then I believe this is going to be Emmets whatever down here. So we're pretty much going right to the end. When you're in these scenarios, you can't adjust the lighting or weather. It's all pre-programmed. And look how good these look. Like, the attention to detail on these things is crazy. These trains also, like all these things, they have a handbrake here. So when you disconnect it, like if we were going to disconnect this from the front train, you put this handbrake on, put it on 100, and then you can release the, you know, the handle, the coupler handle, which is like down here. You don't have to do that in this game, but if you want to make it a little more realistic, you know, I would think you would want to do that. Because in real life, there's nothing to stop it from going backwards unless you put the brake on, so... Alright, so far so good going uphill. We're doing about 20. And then stopping this train, you need a good amount of distance to stop it. Certainly stopping it going uphill is easier than downhill, but yeah, you just make sure you give yourself time. I can't say how much time or how long, like how many feet or yards, you know, you want to start slowing down. It really depends on the angle of the whether it's going uphill or downhill and how heavy it is. We are making it so far. So far, so good. Yeah, when I first tried this, before I switched the vehicles in the back, and before I made sure this was back on handle off, we were like right at this point, or actually a little bit before this, we were really slowing down. Spit it so I can spit in his face. Trace. I watched the Slipknot's concert from the Rockville from like, I don't know, maybe like a month ago, I think it was. And that new drummer there is amazing. Eloy Casagrande. I wasn't real familiar with him until he joined Slipknot. I knew who he was. You know, I knew he was in Sepultura and been a phenomenal drummer for a long time, but man, he blows Max Weinberg, their prior drummer, Max Weinberg. Like Max to me, Max Weinberg. By the way, I'm a drummer. I played professionally for a lot of years, and was actually very close to being able to do this full time, drums. But some things happened, and you know, then I wound up having kids and got married. So it just, I kind of blew my shot. I had a chance of really doing it big, and I blew it. But some of it was my fault. Some of it was definitely somebody else's fault. but you know, why things went down the way they did. But anyways, Max Weinberg, you know, when he took over after Joey, so Joey Jordison was Slipknot's first drummer. Joey left the group, I think, in like 2011 or 12. He had some really bad medical issues and just couldn't play anymore the way he needed to, so Max Weinberg came in and was playing drums for them up until like the beginning of this year, or the end of last year, somewhere in that area. Max knew the group, he was friends with the group, so they... And Max is a very good drummer. I mean, he's definitely a good drummer. But when it came to Slipknot, he always, to me, in my opinion, it always looked like he was struggling to play the parts that he needed to. Like, he just couldn't keep up with the speed and the type of power that you needed, and, you know, the type of playing that you needed to do. It always looked like he was struggling to play the songs. But this new guy, Eloy Casagrande, oh my god, he's a force, man. The band sounds so good now with him behind drums, man. So much better than with Max. Alright, now this is the biggest part of our climb. A 1.5% grade. It's called a grade, but you can call it a slope if you want. We have about 1.5 miles to where we need to stop, so we don't have that much farther to go uphill. We can make it this far. I think we'll be okay. The 0.5 mile behind us is still at 1.5% grade, but we're slowly starting to level off a bit. I'm actually going to stop when we get to the top of this hill. That's where I'm going to end it for tonight, but I'll show you what to do as far as setting up the brakes for downhill. I just I would start off and start going downhill to show everybody, but I do not believe saving the game with the brakes applied and all that is a good idea, because sometimes when you restart the game and you pick up from your save, sometimes you have to do some settings over again, and I really do not want to be in a situation where the brakes are not going to work properly for a little bit, because sometimes it'll start speeding up to a point to where you just really can't control it anymore. You can put on max auto brakes, max independent brakes, and it just will not slow the vehicle down. It's just too much weight and too much power behind it. Alright, we're closing in on 1 mile out. Rest of the train is doing its thing, I guess. There's the back of the train just now going underneath this bridge that we passed a while ago. But yeah, this part of the train is still going up that 1.5% grade, so when you're going up and down hills with trains this long, you have to try to keep that in mind, that just because it says we're at 1% doesn't mean that the rest of the train is at 1%. Alright, less than 1 mile. Alright, no reason to slow down yet. Got plenty of time. This game makes me so tired. This game is very good for falling asleep, man. Especially for me. I hear like the roar of like commercial like airplane engines, usually commercial engines, and then the train, man, puts me out. It's just over half a mile out. Speed is doing okay still. We're back up to 1.2% for the grade, but speed is looking okay. Alright, 16 miles an hour. It's not very exciting, you know, going this slow, but it's necessary. And we don't have a choice. Like, we really can't go any faster than what we're going. Yeah, this one is, I guess you could consider it boring compared to the commuter services that are available in this game, where you're, you know, stopping every few minutes at a new station and opening the doors, and or you might like this kind of one better. Alright, about almost a quarter of a mile. We should see the icon light up here soon on the tracks for where we're stopping. And when we get out about 500 or 600 feet, I'm gonna throttle down and try to coast on in. You don't need to stop exactly where the stopping point is, but you do need to be very close to it. Usually a little bit over it is better than being before it. Just in case, because if you stop before it and they want you to go farther, it's going to be like impossible to do. But if you stop past it and they want you to be on top of it, then all you got to do is just back up a little bit. Alright, we get closer. Alright, let's start throttling down. Hopefully we'll be okay, because we are really slowing down. I'm hoping that we didn't shut off the engines too early. But usually about 500 or 600 feet is okay when you're going uphill like this. Ooh, it's going to be close. Going to be close. Alright, we did it. Very good. Alright, let's put the brakes on. That puts the brakes on the whole train.
This is B251, requesting a track warrant from Sandpatch to Cumberland. Over.
B251, subject to signal indications, proceed from Sandpatch to Cumberland. Over.
Let's let them finish talking, then I'm going to end it.
Subject to signal indications, proceeding from Sandpatch to Cumberland. Out.
Alright, so I'm going to end it here. Let me save this. We made it through the toughest part of the journey. Let me show you one thing. So, when you start going downhill and you start noticing your speed increasing, put your throttle off. Put your dynamic brake into setup mode, right? Let it sit there for about a minute. you're going to notice on where the ampage is on the left side of the HUD down on the bottom where it says amp, there's going to be an orange line that starts to show up. When that starts showing up, you can then take your dynamic brake and put it on any position that you want, 1 through 8. 1's the least amount, 8's the most amount of brakes. Again, it's kind of like reverse thrusters on an airplane. It uses the power of the engine to slow you down. But when you start going downhill with a train this big, put your dynamic brake on 8. And then what you're going to want to do is just periodically, to help slow down, just take your automatic brake and just put it into its very first position, which is like initial reduction. That's where you're going to want to leave it. You'll start slowing down. Then when you start slowing down, go down a few miles an hour. Take this handle, put it back off again. Then when your speed starts creeping up a little bit again, you know, when you get about 2 or 3 miles away from the speed limit, take this again, you know, put it on that initial reduction, and then that's pretty much what you're going to want to do the whole time. Mainly use dynamic brakes and use a little bit of, you know, brakes from here when you need it. So, which you will need. So, anyways, all right, I'm done. I'm getting out of here. Let's turn this off. I'll be back probably tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Monday. Usually, well, I shouldn't say usually. I try to take Monday nights off. Since I have to get up early on Tuesdays, but that's not a... I don't need to do that every Tuesday now, so there's a good chance I'll be on tomorrow night. Back with the Flight Simulator. Until then, you know, have a good Monday, everybody. Become a member, super chat, super thanks, subscribe, hit the like button, do all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next episode of the almost all about aviation channel. Almost. All right, y'all. Take it easy. See ya.